which is the most trending future skill that you see today or tomorrow, maybe 5 years down the line? And what do you suggest that students should pick and choose?
So I would say in terms of technology, we should look at in two forms. One is there's a horizontal layer and one is vertical. And when I say vertical, that means you are expert in one thing, but you have a knowledge about all the other things around horizontal. And today, world will be ruled more by that kind of people. And when I look at, let's say, what programs ImaginXP offers, one of the important things that I see is that they cater to the depth and the breadth by giving electives or let's say the add-ons. So just to give you an example, right, when I talk about this. So today, if I'm an engineer and I know I can create buttons and all everything, right? If let's talk about UI UX, right? Unless I have the empathy for the end user, I won't be able to create a good product which they will use, right? And that's where, let's say, a career like UI UX happens. Should an engineer just be worried about coding, not worried about UI UX? Or should a UI UX engineer should understand a bit of technology that this is possible with voice, this is possible with touch, this, I can use fingerprint. I think the answer to all of this is everybody should know everything, a bit of everything, right? So that's where the horizontal part comes in, and the vertical part is specialization. And the specialization aspect should come from one's own interest, right? So do you want to be core into tech? Do you want to be core into creativity? Do you want to do, let's say art, music, things like that? Now, coming to your question about what we are seeing as hot, I think, again, it's a transient thing, right? Today, if you look at, I don't sit in any presentation where I don't see AI, ML being mentioned, right? Whether it could be as simple as doing a handshake, people will say, we are using AI to
That's right.
Who should do a handshake, right? So a lot of times we abuse some of these things. But the thing is, if we have to do some of the core work on algorithms, my example that I will give, we are a billion plus nation, but we are still not seeing a lot of AI happening on Indic languages, right? A lot of AI, Alexa, all these things that you see, most of them are working on majorly English, right? But there's a ton of AI work that can happen in our own languages. Why is that not happening? Because not many people probably are in the core of it, right? So that tells where the opportunity lies. If somebody thinks, hey, AI, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, everything, we are take care of it. The answer is no, right? I mean, billion plus people is the size of almost, decent part of Europe today. And Europe has got many countries inside it, right? And if you look at from that perspective, there's huge opportunities. So AI ML is very hot. When we look at, let's say, everybody talking about transformation, right? So we're talking about Industry 4.0. What we look at is that people are going to automate a lot of things. So what I call it, the world is going to move towards automation is a very known thing, right? Everybody's talking about it. And it's not it is happening today, it's just happening faster. But that was the goal 20 years back as well, or when the Industrial Revolution happened. But I said today, one of the important phenomena that I see is do it yourself, right? Whatever we try to do, we are trying to make sure that it is do it yourself, right? Whether it is about, let's say, first step of troubleshooting your internet going down at home. So I don't know how many of you have tried, let's say, whether an Airtel connection or an Idea connection, whatever you'll be having at your home, people are trying to see that first troubleshooting, you're able to do it yourself, right? So again, there's an element of technology, there's an element of user experience, because same troubleshooting is going to be used by an engineer, same troubleshooting could be used by a housewife, or same could be used by, let's say, a 12-year-old kid, right? So and it's a challenging problem. But if you see, do it yourself is actually increasing automation, is reducing cost to the business. But in terms of technology, it is using a lot of things, right? It is using simple tech, innovative tech. It is using UI, UX to cater to different kinds of users, right? So for me, do it yourself is a very key phenomena for automation. And now whether that will get enabled via robotics, via chatbots, and below you are using AI, ML, or you are using assisted vision technologies like augmented reality or virtual reality. So these all will, what I call is, we are moving towards a more and more converged world. And the converged world is going to provide better solutions using converged technology. And that's where, we have to look at our career as T, like a horizontal line and a vertical line, specialization in something, and then, have to have a horizontal knowledge around the specialization that we are doing.